First carry for Raheem Mostert. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 67 yards on the ground. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
It's now fourth and
so Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 21. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh,
instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Right there.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Bang out, bang out, bam. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
56 to Mike.
It's Wilson on the option. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Mike 56, Mike 56. Gun. You can't block me. 56, Mike 56, right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 3-3.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now.
Richard Sherman on the
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
56 is not right there. 56 is the mic. Hey, let's get this. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
55. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his 2nd year with the Niners. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go. Like 20.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
56, right there, 56.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-3.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, Mostert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go.
Throwing on second and 14. Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the 49er.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown. How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, 49ers 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to the turnover differential. Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. San Francisco. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do? Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Makes the score 24, 49ers 3. Michael Dixon. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in. But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Here's second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo again. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home here. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up second and...
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Robbie Gould lining up for...
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Guys, 4 down, 4 down. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. The 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
29-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
I got this. Mike, 49. 21. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on third down, good for 28. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy over. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Like 20.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And now he'll tuck it in. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
15-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Go. 56. Check 56. What we got?
Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
56. 56, right there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep, so that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. All day, every day, any day.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 56. Mike 56. 36 power. 56 to Mike. 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He lets it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Todd Gurley.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
Yeah, I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Right there. Well enough. 54 Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Number 31. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Griffin there on the tackle.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Extra point. Today's final score, Seahawks.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.